everyone, and welcome to episode 1 of Versus 4 at Juventus with me, the United City FM. Welcome along. So, if you don't know what the Versus 4 is, there'll be a video link in the description below that will tell you all about it from the custard prophet, who's involved and how we go about playing this series, because it's not just me. So if you don't know about it, go and check that video out in the description below. There's also a pre-series episode that I put out recently that's just about my tactics and my transfers. So we're not going to be dealing with that today. If you haven't seen that, go and check that out as well. That will tell you about my setup for this particular series with Juventus. But for today, it's all about the first game of the series, and that's going to be against Cagliari. So if we go and have a look in the tactics page, you can see that from last episode, I did what I said I was going to do, which is ultimately we're going to have to rest a couple of players just for today because they're coming back from knocks, and I don't want to risk them for future games. So Ronaldo is out onto the bench, and Matuidi is on the bench as well. So we can use them if we have to, but if we don't have to, I won't choose to, because I want them to be fit and healthy moving forward. The one player, De Siglio, is out for a long time, 3 to 6 weeks, so he's going to miss a fair chunk of the early part of the season. He's our replacement left back in this particular setup, so he's going to be out long term. But other than that, everybody else is fit to play. So the first team that we're going to be putting out in the Versus 4 series for Juventus is Szczesny in goal, Bonucci and De Ligt in central defence, Danilo at right fullback, Sandro at left fullback, a central midfield three of Rabiot, Pjanic and Bentancur, and Dybala and Douglas Costa in the attacking midfield roles, with Higuain up top as the deep-lying forward, not playmaker. That's the team that we're going to put out. In Serie A, you get 12 substitutes, so everybody else is on the bench, which is fantastic. So we got lots of options to rotate them around if need be, but that's it. So let's get into the first game and see what happens. So, straight off the bat for a new series, we are favourites here for a reason. Go out there and perform well and give the fans something to cheer for. That is the plan. I'm just going to pause it just at this point and check out that my setup is exactly what I want it to be, and it is. So we can go straight through and play the game and see where we go with Cagliari. Away from home, we're in the yellow strip, which is an interesting strip. I'm not sure I like it particularly, but it's decent enough. And we approach down the left-hand side, which is going to be the key for us all the way through this series. And we get a chance for Higuain, but he didn't quite get the shot away before the defender blocked it. And a good sighter, though, and this is what we're going to be doing, working down that left-hand side. Pjanic with the free kick to the... I thought it was going long to the far post, but he didn't. He went straight to the near post himself and caught me and everybody else out by surprise. And look at the whip on that ball. And we go 1-0 up from a free kick by Pjanic early in the game, 10 minutes gone. And again, we get a free kick down this side, and a header at the back post by Higuain doesn't quite find the target. But we go 1-0 up early, and that settles the nerves down. You can see that we've had 5 attempts at goal already. Cagliari haven't registered a shot at goal yet, but they're on the ball now, and they drop it back into defence. Can we win the ball back? We can. Higuain on the ball now, onto Costa. Cuts down the left-hand side, has a left-footed shot. I would have liked him to have pulled it back, waited a bit maybe, and pulled it back to somebody, but he went full bore. And what on earth was the goalkeeper doing? And then what happened with Dybala? He had a chance to nick it, did so, and then blasted it wide of the goal rather than taking it and running past him. I don't know, odd choice, but we are absolutely dominant in this first half. Half an hour gone, there's another brilliant free kick by Pjanic. A fantastic central midfield ball-playing midfielder, Pjanic, and he's going to be really key to us all the way through this season, knitting this side together. And so far, he's done that very, very nicely in the first half. Couple of yellow cards. You can see that we're down on possession compared to Cagliari, but that's okay. 9 shots at goal, 3 on target, and 1 goal. Cagliari yet to register a shot. This is going remarkably well for the first game. I know it's Juventus. I know we should be winning these games, but there's no guarantees of it. And especially with my low managerial reputation, if you didn't realise that, is quite low. So the players aren't completely sold on me just yet. It's really key that we get into this game and we do well straight away and start to build that relationship. So I'm really impressed so far. So again, we build up from the back. And we've gone centrally to Rabiot and onto Bentancur. And there's the work from the left-hand side. And what a fantastic strike by Higuain from right outside the area. On the top of that little D on top of the penalty box, he found himself with a little bit of space, got the ball from under his feet. Rabiot on to Bentancur here, and he passes on to Costa into Higuain. First time shot, and caught everyone again by surprise. The goalkeeper scrambles across, doesn't get anywhere near it though, and the ball goes into the bottom corner of the net, and we take 2-0 lead after a good sort of 50 minutes of the game gone now, nearly 60 minutes now, and we have another corner kick on the far side that's partially cleared, but the header comes in from Higuain from the cross by Dybala, and we are absolutely starting the season as I really desperately needed us to. Fantastic. 3-0 up after 60 minutes, and it was a good Dybala corner kick this time, and it comes back out to him, takes his time with a second delivery, and Higuain right in the centre of the 6-yard box powers the header past the goalkeeper, and we can begin to make a couple of substitutions in a minute just to keep everybody fresh. Dybala again with the corner kick. It's going to come back out to him again, is it? No, we go the different route and we stay at the top of the penalty box. Bentancur with the ball. Rabiot keeping it nicely. There's the playmaker Pjanic. Can we get it on again? We can. Dybala at the top of the box, and the ball is taken by Bentancur again. We're working it very nicely, but Costa blasts the ball over the top, and not quite the end product that the play deserved. But at 67 minutes, we're going to go in and see whether we can change a couple of things round here. We've got a couple of central midfielders on yellow cards. We're going to change that. So we're going to bring Ramsey on and then switch Ramsey with Rabiot. Rabiot really is the central midfield player for rotating with Pjanic. He's a good ball-playing midfielder as well. So that's the first change that we're going to have. We're going to leave Bentancur on there. Bentancur, I don't know. Yeah, Bentancur. He's going to stay on. And we're going to take off a couple of the key men just to keep them healthy. So Higuain comes out and Dembele, the newly purchased Dembele, comes in. And we've got a left-sided player there, Sandro, that's complacent. But we don't have our replacement fullback on the bench because he's injured. So we've got one more, and we're going to take Dybala off, and we're going to bring on Bernardeschi, just to give him a run out in that attacking midfield role. So the shape doesn't change. The personnel have been brought in and around the club to play this system, whoever comes in and out of the team. And so we'll just see whether we can cope with the last sort of 20 minutes of the game with a slightly rotated 11. Obviously, Ronaldo and Matuidi both to come back into this starting lineup when they're fit enough to do so, but I'm glad that we didn't have to use them today, if I'm honest. It means that we can rest them and properly get them fit and not cause them any problems. There's the ball sweeping across to the left-hand side. Bentancur onto Costa, runs at the full-back and gets down the left-hand side, crosses the ball in, and Dembele with a perfectly good open net to poke the ball home. And there's a debut goal for Dembele. And there's the difference between Costa and Ronaldo playing on that left-hand side. Ronaldo's going to be cutting in on his right foot and playing as the inside forward. Costa plays as the winger and goes down the side of the box to get crosses in to the encroaching attacking midfield player and the striker. So there's a good little change in the rotation that we can use between Ronaldo and Costa. And it's been fantastic. Cagliari are completely overwhelmed in all of their body language by the way that we've played. They've had a couple of shots at goal, but we've had 18 at goal, 9 on target, and we've got 4 goals from it, and a very good, comfortable 4-0 win in the opening day of the season, and that should help to knit us together as a unit, both playing staff and managerial staff. We need to bridge that gap slightly. I'm very happy with the way that you played. That will delight them, which is fantastic, so we can come out of the game match day experience and see that we are one of the very early teams to have played, and we've already put down a result that shows intent. Inter Milan have already won their first game as well, but not many other teams have played so far. So that's going to pretty much do it for today's episode. There's not much else you can say. Lots of people came in. See, this is Juventus spent a lot of money in the summer before I even came into the club. So a lot of debutants. Higuain on form. So how does this work moving forward? What are we going to come back for in the next episode? Well, the next episode that we have to play, because there's more than me playing this series, we're going to be playing the same games at the same point, not in the same order, but the same number of games. So next episode is the 11th game in Serie A. That's the one that we come back and play. At the moment, I believe it's Lecce for us, but that might change. Once these Champions League games are drawn, maybe there's a scheduling issue that happens and changes it about. But whatever game number 11 in Serie A is, that's the one that we're coming back for. So catch that in the next episode, episode number 2, which will drop next Sunday evening at 7 p.m. That's when all of the individual content creators put their videos out, and then the Custard Prophet will put a highlight video together later in the week just to round everything up. So go and subscribe to everybody else. Give them all the love and the support you can. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and join my United City community. Click that like button for me and help me get seen by lots of other people, and show that you're interested in this series moving forward. Until next time, take care of yourselves. I'll see you very soon. Bye for now.